Zootopia? This isn't how I imagined the sequel.
Excuse you. They're British, so it'd be Zootropolis.
Well, they're Italian, so.
Yeah, they're European.
Okay, so for the sake of streaming, I did mention this to Silver earlier, but I'm dropping down to Awaken Puppet for the primary purpose of it's just not fun watching me live, die, and repeat for like 2 hours on stream.
Yeah, didn't you already unlock the next bonfire?
No, I got killed by the kangaroos.
Oh, right. Yeah, those kangaroos kicked my ass too. Hey, that means you can go to the alternate route. That was a really nice parry.
Thank you. I'm
You've been
really good at
practicing.
those.
I meant to play today, but I ended up not.
That's fair and valid. On
I
my
got
own
pretty far
private
yesterday.
playthrough, I am at the final boss fight for the DLC, and it is absolutely a trip. I will say nothing else.
Alright, you know about how far I am. About how far in would you say I have left? Am I like at the halfway point, 2/3?
Remind me where you are.
Uh, the boss that heals?
Oh yes, you are about at the. After you beat him, you're at the 3/4 point.
Oh, okay. I can get the boss down to like 1 or 2 hits left, but then I keep getting got.
Oh, absolutely. He is a pain. Oh, okay. Even on Awaken Puppet, I still need to focus.
Yeah. I don't even remember what that guy drops, but I think it's something pretty good.
It doesn't help that I was playing Night Rain literally just before this.
We were just we were just talking about like that kind of phenomenon on Shadow of Colossus last night.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
the going from game A to game B thing.
yeah, and having to adjust controls. You know, I think that's one of the problems with standardized controllers is that there's no. It feels the same in your hand, so you have to constantly fight muscle memory. Whereas with games like, or with controllers like the GameCube or the
Even with the GameCube, it's
Nintendo 64, you don't have that issue as much. Like, uh, I'm not gonna accidentally try to change the camera in Majora's Mask with a C button because I played Mario 64 5 minutes earlier. I'm very tired, so a lot of my words are stream of consciousness, fair
oh
warning.
fuck.
I am the tired where I know why I'm tired. I need salt or sodium.
That's valid. Everybody needs some more sodium. I had New England clam chowder for dinner today.
Yeah. I'll go grab something the next
Ancient disc
oh,
is
isn't it
nice.
nice.
Did you know that the Egyptians used to play card games on these?
You know the irony? Ancient Egyptians had dice, so realistically, they likely would have, or they would have been more likely to play Dungeon Dice monsters than Duel monsters.
That is very funny.
Avoid them. Yeah, it was.
Ha! Take that.
I sent you a video on PSN of me fighting one of the bosses, and it really highlighted the differences between our playthroughs.
True. The big obvious difference is that, seriously, fucker, you're just running away to heal? To be fair, he reached the end of his aggro range.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Yeah, you use a lot more items on the regular than I do. Which is valid. That is a valid strategy. I'm not going to ever take that away from you.
Yeah, mostly on enemies that deal decay.
That's fair. Mostly because it's like a pain when they get, like, close. What do you
Yeah,
gotta say,
No
Gemini?
doubt about it. This is definitely Krot Zoo. I'd stake my life on it. If, I was alive, anyway. This doesn't make sense.
live to
Krot
me.
Zoo burned down after the frenzy began. But this place looks fine. Well, aside from all the corpses. How is this still standing?
Now, upcoming is a real pain in the rear, and part of why I wanted to drop the difficulty.
Yeah, fair. That was a nice parry.
I'm very good at this.
I am too. You didn't even know that you could break one of the boss's claws.
That's because I usually don't put decay on my weapons like you do.
Fair. I only really use decay when I'm going against humanoid enemies because they tend to be a lot faster. And, use weapons.
Oh, right. Fuck! Yeah, this is a pain. God, I hate that thing.
Really sick design, though.
Absolutely sick design. I love how, like, the monster explodes out of its head. Give me a second.
Oh, yeah.
I got 2 of these, better not waste them.
Also, one other massive difference between our playstyles is how we allocate our consumables.
In what way?
I have the throwables on the up D-pad, and I have the down D-pad dedicated to healing and the grind wheel.
Okay. My tempo is thrown off. You've thrown off the Emperor's Groove.
It's such a good movie. That movie does count as a Metroidvania. That was a beautiful parry. Oh, he knocked you out of the air.
Yeah, they can do that sometimes.
Oh, I know. It happens. There's quite a few that do that. That is very annoying. Oh, nice. Nice.
The Genius Legion plug. Now I can give myself the best Legion weapon. The shotgun.
Yeah.
Actually, I used the
I
shotgun in my main playthrough, so I'm gonna choose the Icarus for this round.
as neat as the new ones are, I still don't think they're nearly as good as the puppet string.
That's fair.
I prioritize mobility.
That's fair. The shotgun's pretty good because it gives you a lot of blowback, so you can sort of use it to what's the word? Sort of dodge to reposition by
Distance.
using it.
Yeah, from the recoil.
Yeah, you can kind of use it to like shotgun yourself around the area if you're really good at it. I am not really good at it.
Man, I wish Ruby was a better series because they had some pretty dope uh, mechanics, one of which being a shotgun
Fuck!
on a hammer. Damn.
I was trying to get the snowball to roll, but I wasn't
I,
crossing the thing enough until like the
I guess
very end.
I guess you could say you didn't stand a snowball's chance.
That was hellish. Oh, I
um,
because one of the enemies died after I did. I've got ergo.
Baller. But yeah, in Ruby, one of the characters has a hammer that is a shotgun, and she uses it to launch herself around.
Ruby is one of those shows where I'm like so mad it's not better.
Yeah, and when you look at the way it's made, it makes a lot of sense as to why it's not better. It's because back when Monty was alive, the way they went around doing it is Monty would animate all the fight scenes, and then everyone else would have to figure out,
A
write
storyline to
the
connect to the fights.
yeah, the storyline to get everyone in the place needed for the fights, no matter uh, how convoluted it was.
You know
And
what
on
that
top
reminds
of
me
that,
of?
they didn't. What?
You first. Then I'll tell you what
Oh,
that reminds me of.
I was gonna say. On top of that, they did not do any. They didn't do any world building at all at the start, which is why they had to have a supplementary series that was just expositing the world building so you knew what the fuck dust is or what a grim is. Um, and then after Monty passed away, the fight scenes took a massive dip in quality, so it wasn't even worth watching for that either anymore.
True. God dang it. I hate that one enemy. It leaves like the ice cloud and that lingers for way too long.
It does. All right, so what are you gonna say?
So that reminds me of, are you familiar with um fight scenes first. What was that reminding me of? I'm actually having trouble remembering what I was talking about because I'm in a fight.
Oh, uh, writing a story around a fight scene.
Right.
You should really heal.
Oh, fuck, wrong item. God, there was something that was written around. Oh yeah, the are you familiar with Uncharted?
Uh,
You can say no.
no, I am familiar with it. I never played it.
That's
Never
fair.
watched the movie.
I mean, the movie
Um,
sucks anyway, so you're forgiven.
it it should have had Nathan Fillion.
Alchemists.
I mean, the Nathan Fillion YouTube movie is like 5 times better. So
Yeah.
okay, so in the games, especially after the first one, uh, Amy Hennig went into an interview and explained that what they did, moving from the second game forward, is that they would come up with set pieces, things they wanted to do. Like, what would be a cool set piece for this storyline? And then they would put all the storylines together, and then they would write the story around the set pieces.
There must have been a fight.
Uh,
But this much blood. Someone is dying or dead.
Give me a second. Yeah, that's about the same blade. Romeo's been here.
yeah. I do like that attention to detail. It's the same type of blade.
To be fair, Romeo's blade looks different than ours.
Yeah. The Yeah, I always I mean sometimes doing it that way works. I mean Deltarune is that in its entire essence. Like you know the story of why Deltarune exists, right?
I do not. I do not engage in anything Deltarune
Okay. Well,
outside of fan art.
well, yeah. So, i- when Toby Fox was living in Andrew Hussy's basement and pulling all-nighters
I
on...
thought this is Deltarune, not Undertale.
This is before Undertale existed. I am getting there.
Oh, okay, okay. I know the story of Undertale. I didn't know Deltarune, so.
No, it's production.
Oh, okay, okay. So we're
Yeah.
starting with the production of Undertale, then that leads into the production of Deltarune.
Yeah, I'm going into why Toby Fox made a game in the first place.
Okay, you
is
know
what
what?
I was leading on to before you interrupted.
Sorry, I was confused. You may continue.
Yeah, well. So when he was living in Andrew Hussy's basement, pulling all-nighters to do music and animation for Homestuck, he effectively had a not a fever dream, but one of those, like, when you're so sleep deprived that you have a waking dream. That's what it's called. He had a waking dream, and his waking dream was the climax to a game that did not exist. And after that is when he started working on Undertale. Undertale is not the game from his dream. He made that to test out his, you know,
Engine.
whether or not well, test out whether or not he'd even be able to be close to pulling it off, and B, to sort of get a foundation for like a foundation to set up what it is that he wanted to make. And then once Undertale was successful, that's when he started working on Deltarune, which is the game that he dreamed about. So the ending of Deltarune is making that dream come true is what Deltarune is all working for.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
You can tell I'm having to balance combat and conversations, so I'm even more rusty. Oh man, this weapon is not helping me.
Yeah.
Let's stick to the golden life for now. I do
Nice.
like that interview he did where somebody asked if like because there's only one ending, if that means none of their decisions matter, and Toby
Yeah,
replies, "The ending isn't
there are
what
more
matters."
there are more important things than getting to the end.
You know, which I
Yeah,
agree with.
absolutely. I mean, the journey is always the more important part.
There's quite a few games I can point to where I'm like, yeah, this wouldn't have been as impactful if I didn't have the journey to get here.
Yeah, like Journey.
By the way, that's getting not a sequel, but like something like it.
Spiritual
Spear.
successor.
It's by the same studio. Dang it.
Yeah, you can have the same people make a thing and it be a spiritual successor.
Kinda. It's called
Uh, I,
like Sword Surfer or something.
I'll look
Story
it
of the
up.
Sword. I'm bad with names. Anyway, it was at like the PlayStation conference recently. It looks good. It's kind of like if you took the surfing mechanics of Journey and then made a whole game about riding a sword instead.
Hmm. Oh, Sky Children of the Light?
No, that's like a
No.
free-to-play game that's like full of microtransactions. Well, it is a spiritual successor, I think, because it does have a few of the same locations.
Are you sure that it's made by the are you sure that the game you're thinking of is made by the same people? Because I can't find anything about it on their website.
Maybe it might be just the same director, but a new studio.
Oh, okay.
It's like Sky Surfer or something. No, sword. It's something sword in the sky, I guess. You could probably find it easy if you just looked up Sony's State of Play. Fuck. There's that. I was just playing Elden Ring, coming back to bite me.
Sword of the Sea.
There we go. It was sword something.
Yeah, Sword of the Sea is what it's
Come
looking
on.
like.
Stand still long enough for me to fuck.
Yeah, no, these are completely different people.
What? Okay. Now I feel sheepish. Nope. Fuck. I hate this entire area. I hate this entire area. This area sucks.
Yeah.
This one little 25-meter area sucks so much ass.
Yeah.
I think that's like my big criticism of Lies of P right now. It's just got like these small areas where like maximum bullshit happens.
Yeah.
The zoo in particular feels the most of it. Once you get past the zoo, it's a lot more better paced because like the next area, which when we get to it, if we get to it, is one of
I
my
like it.
favorites.
Are you talking about the one that is the final third of the zoo?
Yes.
I like it too. It has one of my favorite NPCs. Like very quickly became my favorite NPC.
Okay, let's do this. Run, 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 run. Here we go. You'll never catch me now, suckers! I got a bone to pick with you, Bobo. There we go.
Nice.
I have stopped the Planet of the Apes. By the way, the movie trilogy is actually really good.
Eh, not my kind of thing.
That's fine. It does have moments of really forced dialogue.
Yeah, I like Andy Serkis. Don't get me wrong.
Andy Serkis is fine. I don't have any like feelings on Andy Serkis one way or the other, but he is like the main antagonist of one of my favorite games currently.
Oh yeah, Hellblade.
No, Expedition.
Oh, I mean he was really fun in Hellblade though. Or no, Heavenly Sword. Fuck.
Heavenly Sword is great, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. What's Hellblade?
Hellblade's
Uh,
Senua's
Senua.
Sacrifice.
Yeah.
By the way,
Okay.
sequel success.
Yeah. I know. Didn't we play the sequel?
No. I had issues running the sequel because my computer was having trouble with it. And then I played it on my own time and watched some videos on other people's opinions, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of a nothing burger of a story. Because it's like, there's a lot more sitting and letting the story be told to you in the sequel.
I hate those kinds of games. That's why I hate. That's
Movie
why I
games.
really don't like. Yeah.
It also has like way more story it wants to tell in like a period of like 5 hours. So it's like it's kind of cramming, but at the same time there's a lot more like walking and talking.
Yeah. You know what game is, by all rights,
I just exploded that kangaroo.
did. You know what game technically is a cinematic game, but doesn't feel like it because the gameplay is really good?
No. Heavy Rain?
No, God no.
Well, I was about to say, if you fail the QTEs, it's hilarious, so it's more like a
Oh,
comedy.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, no, I would never say anything positive about a David Cage game.
I'll say this, they're ambitious, and then they stop being ambitious.
God. But no, Shadow of the Colossus. Like, the entire game is, like, built around the spectacle of the Colossi.
True.
And the story is very bare bones, but it doesn't need to be,
Fuck, fuck,
you
fuck,
know.
fuck, 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 fuck. I just dodged that shit.
Oh yeah, I love the puppet string. Nice. I think you broke off the wrist spikes.
I think I might have. But they're also retractable, so who knows?
Yeah, we'll have to go frame by frame.
That ape is hurting my feelings. He's been throwing rocks at me and they hurt. He's been bending small stones at me. That child's been bending small stones at us from behind that rock.
Well, they really hurt.
Good. I was actually worried you weren't getting my reference.
No, I did. I was just trying to remember.
The
Because
next line.
my first instinct was that lemur, he's earthbending. God, that was the very first time that I, as a kid, experienced false advertising. Because you remember, the entire week leading up to that episode was centered around the idea that maybe Momo could earthbend, and then it was just a gag.
I want to make it clear, by the way, that I didn't have cable TV growing up.
Ah,
So I didn't see Earth Avatar until it was like deep into season 3.
yeah.
All
It
right.
was for man, this is a suspiciously spacious area.
Oh my god, it's not a bear!
Crikey.
Yeah, fuck. If only we had, Steve Irwin. Or Steve Irwin's killer. A stingray.
If only we had Steve Irwin's kid who's carrying on the legacy.
Congrats to Steve Irwin's family, by the way. They are pulling through.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, fuck, fuck.
One of my favorite videos is of a person like very excitedly handling a wild animal safely and gently and info dumping about it, and then the reveal right at the end that that was Steve Irwin's kid.
Doesn't he look like exactly like him?
Absolutely.
So you see,
'Cause,
cloning does exist, and that is proof.
Man, man, this guy is really got Steve Irwin energy. And it's like, oh, that's why.
Is that the kid
Yeah.
he held while feeding a crocodile?
I believe so.
Dang. That kid just knows how to handle being around big, scary animals, then.
I mean,
By the way, I hate this location, by the way, for, like, the, ergo.
oh yeah, because it's technically in the arena instead of
Yeah.
outside. Yeah. I would have put it at the top of the ladder, gonna be honest.
Same.
That, it seems like something that they might patch out in future updates.
They are doing some patches.
I know they're gonna be redoing the balancing.
Yeah, there's some fights that they're like, yeah, even we think they're a bit overtuned.
Yeah. You see, we didn't realize, but our playtesters were in New Game Plus 2 when we made those.
Fuck, 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 fuck.
I love the skin on it.
It looks like it's ripping. I love that. It's
Yeah,
shedding.
Yeah, and it's skin, not scales, which raises so many more questions.
What
Ooh,
the?
you cut it so fucking close.
I don't think I'm winning this one, but I'm gonna give it my best.
Yeah. Sometimes all you need to win is the fuck it mentality.
Well, that was close, but no
Oh yeah.
cigarette.
Uh, you want to know one of the things I did?
Was it throw a bunch of projectiles right at him?
No. It's not. That's not a decay boss.
Okay, what did you
Uh,
do?
I used the fire abrasive before he popped out of the snow, so
Mm,
that I was already fired up.
fair enough. I'll slap on an extra fire abrasive just to be safe. No, none of these are any good for that. I forgot I still have Simon Manus's Ergo unspent.
Oh. God, there's a boss later on, the Guardian. Such a good boss.
That's fair. You know, I think I know why they put the Ergo down here and not up by the ladder. There's probably some playtesters who are having issues trying to get their Ergo near the ladder.
Yeah, I would have put it at the top of the ladder, is why.
Yeah, same. Ah, dang it. That is such a cool grab animation.
It
though.
is. I do like the unique grapple attacks that these enemies have, or that the bosses in the DLC have. 'Cause there weren't really any in the base game.
Fuck. I'm getting cornered way too much here. I've heard one complaint is actually like just the size of the arena is too small for the boss.
I haven't really had that I haven't had an issue like that, but mostly because my build is made specifically to maneuver around quickly.
I mean that's like every build in this game.
Well, not quite. Because, I use Booster Glaive, I use Puppet String. Have the, I have the rolling, thing. I, I am very mobile. Like, even more so than your build.
You have like the rolling talisman?
I believe so.
Yeah. And that's fair. Like that's like when you're locked on instead of like dodging your roll. I wonder how
Yeah,
that
it
affects your
gives,
dodge link.
it, well, it gives you slightly more iframes, I think. Or at least it feels like it does.
Okay, big gator guy. I get it. The puppet string is not working. Okay.
It is a thick-ass design. So what was it like in the trailer?
Uh, the boss?
Yeah, wasn't this boss one of the ones shown in the trailer?
Oh yeah. It was during the preview. So they only showed this and the next major boss in the preview. Otherwise, they just showed like all the command grabs.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, seriously? Still on like the...
Yeah, I hate when they have extra iframes after a fatal attack. You almost got
That's
it.
it. Swap into the fire weapon.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Alright. No, I'm just gonna switch my Legion arm. Nah. Yeah, I'm switching to the Legion arm.
Flamethrower, you going full fire?
Yeah.
Nice. I like the music, by the way.
It's good music. I don't know what this boss's damage type is. I'm just gonna assume it's smacking. And for maximum focus, no, I'm gonna, to ensure I win, I'm gonna channel Alidoro.
Yay.
I'm gonna be the goodest boy.
Yeah.
So you mentioned earlier that you forgot he he can help you.
I forgot well, in my defense, the time between me meeting him and me fighting the next boss was like a full week.
Oh fuck.
So I forgot that he gave a I forgot he gave an item. By the way, it was a fantastic boss.
I don't think there's a single bad boss in this entire DLC.
And even in the base game, I can really only think of one boss that's bad.
That was the Door Guardian, right?
Yep. I I fought some really good bosses yesterday. I love the unique grapples that the DLC has. I'm definitely gonna mention that again whenever,
I get grabbed.
yeah, whenever future bosses that have unique grapples uh,
When I'm
do
grabbed
it.
by the ghoulies.
Yeah. I think like each one, each maybe not each boss, but most of the DLC bosses have at least one, from what I've noticed.
Yes, most of the DLC bosses have a grapple of some kind.
Yeah. Oh man, you're
Called
locked
that
the fuck
timing.
in. That was beautiful. Just rip and tear.
Thankfully, this does not care about iframes. Booyah!
Nice. You locked the fuck in. It absolutely was just a change of weapon needed.
Is that how big they normally get? Anyway, that was a
Yes.
huge takedown, buddy. Might I say, you're pretty good at this.
I love Gemini.
Yeah, I was about to do a gag where I kept calling him Geppetto just to be like, yeah, it's his daddy issues speaking.
Oh, these fucks. I hate the arch puppets.
All right, yeah. I forgot. I have to go through this area before I can do the part I mentioned that was really cool.
Yeah.
I should invest in a lightning weapon.
Don't you have the baton?
Yes, but I
Or
just
not?
don't have it like leveled up.
You have like nothing in advanced.
Yeah. It's because like I don't
You're
really.
using a fire weapon.
Well, in case you're curious, I do have it set so that it's a motivity and technique thing.
Yeah, advance increases your damage on elemental on status
To
effects.
be fair, I don't use it
Yeah.
regularly.
Fair.
It's only literally for this area.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My normal weapon usually was this bad boy actually. If you want to really see what I was rocking, I did a re-app for like stuff, so I basically was like, yeah, I want to use the golden lie as a primary weapon. So
Yeah.
I just like the
Jesus
golden lie's
Christ.
aesthetic. So
You melted her
oh
health
yeah,
bar.
yeah, I just do that.
I like the Golden Lies aesthetic too. I do wish that I do wish that it was a modular weapon though, because it would be so dope to put something at the end of it.
I think my main issue with the golden lie is it doesn't do anything really all that like impressive for like what it's meant to be, like the super special you did good boy weapon.
Yeah.
You done did good, son. Here, have this weapon with no fancy stuff attached to it.
Well, to be fair, that's very Geppetto to do.
I hate my son. That's why I refuse to give him any of the cool weapons that he gets from the other bosses. All his other dads love him more.
Let's be honest. He would never openly admit that he hates his son.
No, he loves
He
his
would,
son. He just doesn't know anything about his son.
he loves the concept of a son.
He loves his wife more, which is the real sad thing, because he never really thought about the son in the relationship.
Yeah.
Now that's the real tragedy there. He loved his wife, and he loves his son vicariously, sort of through the idea of my wife loved this, thus I must love it.
Yeah. Geppetto is not. By the way, happy Father's Day the day we're playing this. uh, I just remembered because we were talking about how much of a shit dad Geppetto is.
Roasty toast, princess.
You can kill them pretty fast if you puppet string them.
Yeah. On a side note,
'Cause
these bozos are really easy to bait out with the bow.
I hate the. When I got to this part, I was like, oh no, it's the Shrine of Amana.
It kinda is, yeah.
Nice. Last time I did last time I did Shrine of Amana, I didn't actually have that much difficulty.
It's one of those areas that once you really figure out how it works, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, the main problem is usually just trying to rush it.
Oh, fuck. Hey, buddy, you gonna do something other than be a pain in my butt with the lightning weapon? You know, everybody else has, like, certain weaknesses, but P is weak to everything. That's the real tragedy.
Maybe he's equally resistant to everything. And the things that take him down would devastate anyone else.
Maybe. Oh, this for another dual disc?
Well, yeah, you need two to duel. Come on, that was funny.
Whoa, get a look at this impressive handiwork. I've seen something like this before, but... Wait. Ever heard of the legendary stalker? If not, just keep going. I'll explain later.
What if I just stood there? And he just, like, has no way to continue this conversation.
That would be funny. So Biddy has expressed interest in playing Deltarune on the channel.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Starting from the start.
That's valid.
I like these alchemists because their vein tubes look like a mustache.
Fair enough.
What's your favorite version of Bane?
That's a tough question because it's like there's only the 3 that I know of, and I don't particularly like any of them. No, there's 4. There's the one from no way. I'm thinking Batman Arkham, the Batman Arkham series, in which I kind of just don't care. Then there's the version from the Batman, which I definitely don't care about. And then there's the movie version, which I also don't care about.
Which movie version? The
Uh,
Joel Schumacher?
oh God, I forgot. Okay, yeah, both versions I don't care about.
I like the one. I like the Joel Schumacher's.
Joel
What was that?
Schumacher,
Batman. Was
yeah,
it Batman and Robin or Batman Forever?
Batman and Robin.
Okay. 'Cause, yeah, that's the. No, Batman and Rob. Wasn't Batman and Robin the one with Riddler?
No, that's Batman Forever.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, Batman and Robin. That's the one with the Bat credit card.
Yes.
Then.
Okay. Let me just...
I actually kind of like that movie.
It's fun in the sense that it's like dumb. But,
Oh
like,
yeah,
it's nowhere near as like the best of the Batman stuff.
yeah, and it's nowhere near the dumbest. Let's be honest. The stuff that they do that it's it's like if it's like if the Adam West Batman took place in in
The Tim Burton Batman universe.
yeah, yeah. I was about to say a dark gritty, but it is neither dark nor gritty.
So the real issue with like the Schumacher stuff is that he was constantly dealing with like Warner executives who were just like, we need it to be kid friendly, but also have an edge.
Yeah.
It's like that Simpsons gag of like, you want a down to earth fantasy series about spaceships and aliens.
Yeah. They don't know what they want.
Yeah, so basically he was just dealing with that on like, from corporate instead of like, the fans.
The focus groups.
You know,
I think the I think out of all of Joel Schumacher's filmography, there's one movie in particular that I am excessively disappointed in because everything that could be wrong with it is wrong. And even the part where it seems like Joel Schumacher would be the best person to do this for. Like, by all rights, Joel Schumacher was the perfect person to choose
just say
for
Phantom.
it.
Just say Phantom of the Opera. Just
It is Phantom.
stop milking the clicks. Everybody knows it's Phantom.
Of course, it's Phantom.
You haven't even seen any of his other great movies like Phone Booth or Falling Down.
I've seen. I have seen. It's been a while, but I did binge watch a bunch of Joel Schumacher movies. Like, oh god, it's been like 8 years. I was living at. I was taking care of my grandma at the time. Uh.
Side note: the shotgun is really great for these enemies because they don't have great health bars.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm incredibly infuriated by the fact that this area is way too small for my big ass weapon.
Yeah, no, remember the one where I was excited that I managed to skirt or like get on the other side of them and swing my weapon without hitting the wall.
I wasn't there for that chat.
Uh, yeah, no, I've seen 23.
Have you seen Phone Booth? That's a good one.
Yeah, a long time ago. I've seen Flatliners.
Is that the
I see,
vampire
yeah.
movie he did? He did a vampire movie. I think that's like Lost Boys or something.
Isn't Lost Boys the
I might be thinking of something else though. I know he did a vampire movie at one point.
Oh, he did 12? I didn't know he did 12.
He does a lot. He was a very prolific director.
Yeah.
The thing about Joel Schumacher is that he was always looking for like new young talent. So a lot of the time, his movies were very eclectic because he was always trying to find that new thing.
Very experimental.
True. Didn't always work for everybody.
Oh yeah, no. But it's a lot better. In my opinion, I think being experimental is significantly better than being by the book or by the chart, I guess.
Fucker, and I still smacked my stupid weapon against the thing. I'm gonna have to return to the
No, no.
hotel.
There was a stargazer right up that ladder.
Yeah, but there's enemies there too.
Are there?
Yeah, so there's 3 enemies in a small room, and they beat on you because your weapon keeps smacking against the railings. So I pretty much just looked at that and said, yeah, I ain't walking out of that one. So
Fair enough. How long have we been going?
we've only been here for an hour.
Wow. God, this music's beautiful.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack is just amazing. You know, I'll throw something into it. No, I don't. I'm not using. Just get everything to 25.
Fair.
Oh, one moment. Let me pause.
Oh.
And we're back. Sorry about that, people.
You get coffee?
I've got coffee coming. It's not here yet.
Fair.
So I might have to pause
Yeah.
again in a few just to get that cup.
Yeah.
Here's the
You
other
never
thing I
brought
wanted to
me
do.
coffee.
They let me recalibrate the P organ now, which is great actually. Because I do want to do that.
Hasn't that been... That's been a thing since, like, the first major update.
They let you restock it, but not recalibrate it. I'm amazed I haven't actually done anything with this.
Yeah, no wonder you're getting your ass kicked so much. You're, like, healing nothing.
I wasn't having this issue in like the base game, so
Man.
God, they really just
I'd like-
chose a bunch of amazing songs for this game.
Absolutely. I kind of want to just stay here until the song's over.
Yeah, sure.
So beautiful.
Even
where's the
even
cat?
destroyed. Where's the cat?
Yeah, where's the cat? Let's go say hi to the cat.
Cat's over here. Oh, I see what's wrong here.
I do too. We'll talk about it later.
Oh, I love that you can just scoop up the baby boy.
Such a good cat.
What you got for me, I'll let you know.
Weapon calls for a great.
No, Alidoro.
Here you go. Yeah. Arlecchino is someone completely different.
Yeah, I don't need this guy's ergo.
Uh, it's really not worth it to pop a boss soul to just for the souls.
Fair.
A great weapon.
It's like what, 20,000 souls?
It's like 1,500.
Oh, that's even less.
It's like 150. It's 15,000. My bad. I'm bad with numbers. Sorry.
15,000. You'll get that like between now and the next bonfire.
So I can craft a new Legion arm.
Mm-hmm.
I can get
And
the
there are
shotgun, or I can get the Icarus. Which would you rather? I'm gonna go for the Icarus, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you which one. It's your build.
I can make bad build decisions. You shouldn't stop me.
I'm not. I'm explicitly not stopping you from making build decisions. That's why I'm abstaining from saying which one to do.
Though I do always appreciate build advice. I'm not gonna lie there.
Yeah. Like, letting you know, hey, maybe have fire on at the start of the croc.
Honestly, I do like the Icarus.
It is pretty neat. I do love a good boomerang.
No, honestly, Boomerang's at his most interesting when he's a total dick.
I've never watched, the Suicide Squad.
Did you at least watch the bad one?
Yeah, I watched the bad one. It was back before I stopped hate watching things.
I'm actually impressed you stopped hate watching stuff.
Velma was really bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the one I would have drawn a line at.
Yeah, no, that's why I drew a line after it. That was when I crossed the line. Vilma is the last thing I ever hate watched.
Right, let me see what I got that's like.
No. No, that's a lie. The last thing I hate watched was the live action Avatar.
Well, you were hoping that one would be good.
Yeah, that's fair. I naively hoped that it would be good and realized within the first like half an hour that it was just not gonna be that in any capacity.
What's like something you had hope in, and then you just realized that you weren't gonna get anything out of it?
Yeah, and then I was just wondering how bad it could possibly be.
I was asking that as a question. If there was anything else you can think of that you had hope in, and then that just crushed, or you had no hope in, and then you were impressed.
So, the year was 2009, 10. I actually need to double check what year it was. It was 2010.
This story sounds fantastic already. I love a period drama.
So the year was 2010. I was 12 going on 13, or maybe I was... No, I was 12 going on 13. It was the summer, so...
You can see I swapped to a smaller weapon, by the way.
Oh, yeah, no, you're doing... And it has a thrust, which makes all the difference. I went on my very first date.
Mmm.
And I had my dad took me, and I had two options that I got to choose. There were two movies that we really wanted to see, and uh, they were um, Predators, you know, from the
Robert Rodriguez.
yeah. Um, but I don't think that one. I don't think that was.
No, that's our Rodriguez one.
I don't think that was Robert Rodriguez.
No, Robert Rodriguez directed Predators.
No, he produced Predators.
What? I thought he directed that one.
No, Nimrod Untel is
Ah,
the director.
you know what? I was confused because Danny Trejo was there, so I figured it was something he directed.
Yeah, but he did produce it. So,
Okay, so
so
he had
it
his
was.
hands all over it. The producer is just as important.
Oh, absolutely. We did not see it. Instead, we saw Percy Jackson.
Everything I'm
I'm
seeing makes
so
me think
sorry.
this room belongs to a master puppeteer.
By the way, in case you're curious, Rosario was in this cage.
Yeah, I know. I knew that when she mentioned the bow or the ribbon,
Fair enough. I figured I'd mention it since you didn't say anything about it.
and also, the size of the puppets.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Fair enough.
Yeah. So my very first date with someone was seeing the Percy Jackson movie, and we were big fans of the books.
I am so
We like,
sorry.
yeah. It was it was so disappointing.
To be fair, I saw that one in theaters too.
Yeah, we threw popcorn at the screen. I remember I was 12. All
Mm,
right, I was a piece of shit back then.
fair enough.
Ooh, boss time.
Okay, so I actually have a movie that I saw in theaters that really broke my heart,
Yeah.
and it was better, and I'm better for it. In 2012, in June. So, do you remember what was going on in my life in 2012 in June?
Uh,
My parents were both dead.
yeah. Oh, is this Guardians of the Galaxy?
No. God, we didn't see Guardians of the Galaxy in June. Dear God. No, we saw The Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh no,
And let me tell you. Let me
not a
tell
good
you.
thing to watch when you're grieving becoming a fresh orphan.
To be fair, that movie made me actually resent Spider-Man, and I am better for it because I'm like, you know what? I have learned my lesson. If it has Spider-Man on it, I would no longer trust him.
Except for the Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire is still good, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to swap to like my usual weapon though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want something with like range, a swing to it.
I really love this boss. This boss's design. And you were hyping this boss up to me, being like, oh, you're gonna love this boss's design. And you were absolutely right.
I know your taste.
You do. You very much do.
Sometimes I get it wrong when I suggest Zelda games to you, which I don't do anymore.
Yeah.
Alidora, what are you doing here?
I have no strings to hold me down.
I was told that murderous puppet had come to call on me. So who
Romeo?
is this handsome guest standing?
I love the
before
red
me?
on the bottom of her shoes.
Oh yeah, she's got like just the right flashes of red.
It matters not.
I
Absolutely.
wonder why her skin is low.
Same reason Lexatius was.
Oh, Ergo?
Yeah, ergo experiments to, and also she was.
You belong
I
to
would
me
assume
now.
she was probably dead for a bit, and
To
brought
think
back
I
with the
became
ergo,
anxious
hence
when
the
told
blue.
A fearsome foe had arrived. What a fool I was.
Oh fuck.
God, I love it. So we've been watching JoJo. We've been having a JoJo watch party. And we recently started part 2.
With them wacky Nazis, yeah.
Yeah. I'm bringing JoJo up because she's basically a stand user. This boss.
Why must you?
And while I hate the stands in JoJo, and I think that the parts before the stands are better than the ones after. I do also really like when bosses have like a secondary that they actively and visibly control.
You know what game I think you'd really enjoy then? Darksiders 3 has a really great boss we're about. Sorry.
Weep in despair.
There we go.
Tremble in fear. Scream for my pleasure.
One tip that can actually no, because I don't know if you made the stagger window. I don't know if you have the extended stagger window.
I do, to some degree.
Okay. You can apply abrasives after they're staggered before you deal the fatal blow if you're quick enough.
Work and get in my way.
I have the extended stagger window, I just don't think it's long enough.
Yeah, you might need the level 2 extended stagger.
So
Oh,
close.
you did so fucking good.
I want to make it clear. I have beaten all these bosses so far on Legendary Puppet difficulty. The only reason I'm not doing that here is because I want to just avoid the side grinding and the hours of like having to have an extra go at it.
Yeah, no, I feel you. You got pretty close that time.
Let's see, what can I do kit-wise to fuck around with this? She's humanoid, but like she doesn't use weapons that can break, so no point doing acid abrasives. You know,
What grindstones do you have? Because if you're gonna forego the abrasives, then it might be a good idea to look up the non-elemental grindstones.
well, I got a few. I got the Satisfaction, which increases my weapon critical rate. Avoids durability consumption.
You haven't really been dealing with durability
Destruction
yet.
Grindstone. Enhances my guard performance. And Perfection. So I got all of them. I got all the suckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's toss on that.
Yeah. Having like 30 seconds of free
It's more like 15 seconds.
You're not the puppet
Oh.
I was expecting.
Yeah, I just realized I have
you can break the puppet's weapon, but also the puppet is
a secondary
really
enemy.
yeah.
I have the carcass killer on, which is the main issue I'm realizing here.
Lives.
Because
You
I
need
think
the
she
hunt.
counts as a human.
She is. Oh man, her puppet is taking some serious beatings.
Fuck.
Get away quick enough, can you?
Ah, here's that unique grapple I was talking about.
Is my domain, and
You know what,
shall
that's on
serve
me.
for all eternity.
I can do this. Round 3.
Yeah. Yeah, worst case scenario, you could just summon.
Yeah, I'm not here for, like, brownie points.
Yeah. You're not here to show off. I mean, if you have the opportunity to show off, though.
Yeah. I'm slightly heavy now. Drat. Okay, she doesn't have any status effects. Does she? No, she does not.
If you want to take a break from her, though, we could check out the boss rush.
No, I want to give her one more go. If I lose this one, then we're gonna check the boss rush.
One more ergo.
To think I became anxious when told a fearsome foe had arrived. What a fool I was. None who enter this greenhouse may leave with their lives.
Yeah, it's only about 15 seconds. Which is fair. It's basically a 15 seconds of perfect parry. Great for destruction.
Oh, yeah.
Legendary stalker impede my work and get in my way.
God, she has such a good energy. Jesus Christ, right on the head.
There we go.
Nice!
You impudent little puppet. To push me this far.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh, I left my work half complete for this. How do you propose to pay me for my lost time?
My heart is pounding. Come on.
Got her! Got her
Oh,
puppet!
you got her. Yeah,
Boom!
that's good. That
No rival beyond
so much of a
Leia.
difference.
It should have been the two of us. Locked in a fight to the death.
Oh, that was beautiful.
I do love the idea that she's like Leia's one true rival, and you just came in and just fucked up her entire day.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, building off the idea that you said that she died, I like that
Probably killed by Leia.
yeah, I like that they have to tell you to go back because it's like, yeah, we ran this by like 10 test people and they all kept trying to like find a secret door in this room.
Yeah, weird that they didn't do that in a later section.
Yeah.
Do you want to check out the boss refights
Yeah.
before we? Because that is a really cool mechanic.
Yeah, let's go back to Hotel Krot so we can punch out some of the old bosses. So who do we want to refight, actually? Since I've done all the bosses in this run. Do I get any Ergo out
Nameless?
of the refights or no? It's all locked at legendary, huh? Okay.
Well, that's fine. Base game is
Okay, let's do. You want to do the Parade Master for fun?
sure.
Yeah, let's fight this heifer again. So difficulty 3. You know what? Fair enough.
I think difficulty 3 means it's gonna be as hard as a new game plus 2.
I don't think so. Shouldn't.
Because its difficulty is locked at Legendary Stalker.
I think that means it's locked at like the difficulty of like the end game, rather than like when you first meet him. You know?
I guess.
Because he's actually got HP now, and I'm not just blowing him away in one hit.
He is by far one of my favorite bosses.
Oh wow, that window did not last long.
Yeah. Try difficulty 1.
I think that's just like his original difficulty, but that's fair.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was saying. Difficulty 1 is probably his original difficulty. Difficulty 2 is probably New Game Plus, and uh, difficulty
I
3
don't
is probably
think
New.
that's what it is. I think it's like different scaling, but fair enough. Let's hit him at like the original, like when I met him before.
Yeah.
At least I could have taken him. I just want to see how like many hits it takes me to beat his like baby form. Oh wow. So I'm dealing more damage.
Yeah. And we're gonna find out if his stagger is. Oh.
No, we're not finding anything about his stagger. I'm just bullying this man.
God, that's so fucking metal.
So it's funny. I watched a video of I made my fiance play Liza P. And
Oh, I love that.
It's a great one. Anyway, for this boss fight, they chose to use Meat Circus music from Psychonauts.
Oh yeah, I remember. I like that series of the guy getting his wife to play FromSoft games or well, Souls-like games. Sorry, this game is such high quality that I forgot it wasn't FromSoft for a moment.
He makes her play all kinds of games, to be fair. So there is differences. He made her play Baldur's Gate a while back.
Oh yeah, that lasts way longer.
Still missed it though.
Yeah, but You had all the time in the world. That's on you.
Oh, that's because I got combo locked. I'm gonna get fancy here.
Time to show off.
How's that for a dual disc?
Nice. Ooh, new record.
Okay, you want to do one more boss, or do you want to call it?
Oh, King of Puppets. I love the King of Puppets.
Oh, I don't know if I can beat that guy and what time we have left.
I believe in you.
Fine. If I lose, though,
I'll smooch you.
well, now you're encouraging me to lose. I want you to realize that I'm putting my pride
smooch-
versus my
I'll
versus.
smooch you. I'll smooch you twice if you win.
Okay, let's
It-
fight this fucker.
I'll give you a victory smooch.
Oh, I like that when you
Vers-
let me get hit by the
Yeah.
chandelier.
I'll give you a victory smooch if you win and a pity smooch if you lose.
I didn't even set up any like stuff for this fight.
Yeah, no, we're just going in. And you got end game stats now. Oh man. Remember when we were having difficulty with his attacks because they felt so fast, and now they're just like you can see them coming from a mile away.
I'm still having trouble with them right now. Dear God. It's mostly because I'm getting stuck in animations. Because I'm getting a little aggressive here.
Yeah, that might also be one more one more reason why a difference in our playstyles is my weapon of choice has faster animations than the Golden Lie.
The Golden Lie has some pretty quick animations. It's more than I'm just getting animation locked because I'm hammering this button.
Oh man, he knocked you into that.
There we go.
Yeah, no, it feels really appropriate to be to end with this.
There we go. Bam! Right there
Nice.
in the back. I just did a
Beautiful.
light tap on his spinal column.
He's such a fun boss. Alright. Well, thank you everybody for watching. This was this week's episode of Liza P. Overture. Tune in next week for more,
Yeah, we're moving on
Where
to
we
the
get-
next area.
which is going to be our favorite. It's one of the best areas in the DLC.
I've told you how I was, how I have clown training, right?
We'll save that. Of course, I know. We'll save that for next time. In the meantime, check out some of the other stuff on the channel. Oh, fuck yeah, my favorite. Um, yeah, I'm playing Shadow of Colossus. And
As much as I love Feel, I don't want to end on it.
fair enough. I'm playing Shadow of Colossus. I'm also playing Mario Brothership with our friend Biddy. And there's a new series on the channel, Factorio, which I am also playing with Biddy. Um, in the meantime, uh, common challenge of the day. Is there anything that you went in with mid to high expectations that was just a fucking disappointment?
Or something you went into with low expectations that turned out to be amazing. For instance, for me, Speed Racer.
Yeah.
I went in admittedly with low expectations and was actually very impressed. Oh, Iron Man. Iron Man's another good one. I was actually really blown away by that one.
Oh yeah, that was back when Marvel had to actually try.
But that's when they actually had like the actors in the rooms with the props.
Yeah, I really hate what modern Marvels come.
It's nothing but big old CGI rooms now, and that bugs the hell out of me because it's like there's something tangible about Tony Stark's little lab room in Iron Man 1 versus the entire ass building they have in Endgame.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that out of the way, there's not less to say about. Good night,
Good
everybody.
night, everybody.